Hello guys!
Hello people, how are you doing?
What's the crack?
What's the story?
Hey! How are you? How's the holidays?
Well, it's been like almost 3 months for holidays from Eurovision for us.
Yeah, how's the post-Eurovision depression going? Well, recovered? Kind of?
Almost on the next year's Eurovision.
Excited for the next Eurovision Song Contest? Yay! Well, today we are gonna talk about what is wrong with the jury. We have digested the results with great sorrow and pain because, as you might remember, we were very disappointed with the jury vote. We believe that they penalized some genres like Hungary, not only this year but last year. They penalized clearly the genre. This year they penalized metal, last year they penalized rap.
Yeah, they always penalize this type of music that are not very trend, not so pop. And I think that's a mistake. I think Eurovision should go to a broader
audience and
more genres than just pop. So, and there are many differences between the jury and the public, and sometimes that could be okay depending on the song, if the song is good quality or if there's a diaspora voting. But other times I think there's too much.
There's no explanation for that. We want to point out that we do need a professional jury, otherwise a lot of people will vote for diasporas and block votings, etc. So we need a professional jury, but we need a professional one. A professional jury,
we need a jury that points out and tackle the differences and what are the good songs, what are the bad songs, what are the good singers, what are the good performance, with good vocals. We need of that thing from the Euros. We don't need the same as with the normal people or with the public. We don't need if they like it or not, just because they are from the musical industry.
Yeah, we have identified some problems with the jury system. One of the main ones are, first of all, there are very vague instructions. We've read that the instructions that they are given are overall impression, which is nothing,
so
actually.
There are like 5 euros per country, per all the countries participating in Eurovision, and each of them have to rank the countries by overall impression. In the grand final last year was 26 contenders, so it was from 1 to 24. Well, 26, I don't know, can't remember.
I don't know.
So they ranked them all in their order by overall impression. So the first will be the one that they like more, and the second, third, fourth, and so on. So the problem with this is like they are ranking by personal taste.
Yeah, at the end
they are not instructed to rank them as good vocalists or a good song or things like that. They are ranked by their overall impression. And there are people like you, like me, who are not in the music industry, and why their vote should value more than ours. I really don't get it. I think that's the thing that it should change.
Yeah, personal taste should be ranked by the public, I believe.
Yeah,
anyway.
That's my impression as well.
Another problem is not all the juries are professionals, are not experimented professionals. Maybe there are people from the TV shows, but they don't know anything about music actually.
Yeah, I think that's...
And that should change as well.
Yeah, that's another big problem. I think there should be a better vetting of the Euros to increase the amount of people that are in connection with Eurovision, or even if they are not in connection with Eurovision, that the sample of Euros of that country is balanced. And there are some Euros that are very connected with Eurovision, so others don't, but they are very big in the music industry or in the arts industry, so they can make like better judgment than the public. That's the point of the jury.
The professional jury. That's the point.
Yeah,
to make a professional vote.
Yeah, and the third problem that we identify
is the political voting. Doesn't make sense at all.
It still exists.
That's why we have the public.
Where in the 21st century, it still exists there in the jury vote, the political voting, and that makes no sense. And we know it's complicated, and there's no really a way to penalize this. Really, it's very complicated.
It's a problem that we have identified, but we don't have a solution for that. But it's very obvious that there are certain countries that always vote for each other, and it's not only a matter of sharing the same music
and cultural background.
Or the other way around. For example, Azerbaijan and Armenia, they never voted for each other. It's like, come on, let's move on. Let's keep these political issues apart and let's vote for this, for the music. But we don't know how to solve that.
As an example of why the jury system is not working properly, I took the results from the grand final from this year, 2018.
And warning, math lesson.
And I made a correlation between the jurors, a correlation between the rankings of the jurors. So it means that if they are highly correlated, that it means that one juror is voting more or less exactly the same as the other jurors. So I ran this correlation, and I found out that in the following countries there are 2 or more jurors that voted a high percentage more or less the same. These countries were Netherlands, Spain, Serbia, Russia, Romania, Portugal, Poland, Norway, Malta, Ireland, Greece, Germany, Georgia, France, Finland, Czech Republic, Cyprus, Belgium, Belarus, Azerbaijan and Albania. So in these countries there were 2 or more jurors that they voted almost the same. So that's 21 countries voting like the jurors that were voting the same. So why would you have 5 jurors if with 3 you're gonna do the same? So there's no point on 5 jurors voting the same.
I have a reasonable doubt that I asked yesterday, and you might be wondering as well, and is, if 2 jurors voted for the same countries, it makes sense that it's because those countries are good. So what would you reply to that?
So that could be an option if you were voting for, 5 countries, and you rank all the same.
Could you coincide.
But
5 countries.
This is 26 countries, ranking 26 countries, and the chances of ranking the countries on the same position of 26, you can maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 could be okay, but more than that is not good. You are voting exactly the same as the other juror. That does mean if you are voting for overall impression, what's the point of having that 2 jurors there if they are voting the same? So as an example from this year, I took the 2 jurors that are voting more the same out of all the jurors in the contest, and these were Belarus, juror A, that is called Yuski Avalyan, it's a singer.
Yuski, hey!
And juror E, Svetlana Statsenko, that's a producer. These 2 jurors voted like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries exactly the same ranking. This is where Serbia, Portugal, Italy, Cyprus and Germany, plus another 6 countries that they were ranked in plus minus 1 position. And the maximum difference, it was only in Estonia, that it was the 11th and the other the 16th, so it was 5 ranks, and most of the other were 2 ranks difference. So these 2 jurors were voting exactly the same, practically the same. So that's why it's a big problem of having this system. I think that should change.
Let's move on. What are the solutions?
Exactly. What solutions we could think about?
Well, the first one is just get a professional jury, a fucking professional jury. We have been saying this not long enough. We need a professional jury, a professional one. And we need a professional jury with different backgrounds, from different genres, singers, producers, composers, writers.
Yeah, from the arts, scenics,
young people, older people.
They try to do that, but they don't always do that in all the countries, and they should make an effort.
No, I can tell that this year, at least the Spanish juries, they were very similar.
Yeah, exactly.
to each other. So we haven't analyzed other countries, but I can tell that it will be the same.
Yeah, probably. So another solution that I thought about is like a segregate voting. I don't think that overall impression by jury should be the way to go. I think it should be better a segregate voting. With segregate voting, what I mean is like you get a juror that is very professional in vocals, and he should rank or vote from 1 to 10, 1 to 20, whatever, the vocals of each of the songs. Then we have another juror, professional, more in the music industry, a producer or a composer, and this one should vote on the song, on the quality of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And we're having another juror that is professional in the performance.
Mm-hmm.
So in the overall performance, the staging, the lighting, how is the singer or singers transmitting the song, what are they saying,
the story they are telling,
everything like that. And then you sum up this and you make an average or whatever system you look for it. And apart from that, you could have as well an overall impression from these people of the song. But I think this should be segregated and then have as well an overall impression.
Yeah, well, I would say that the vocals and the song are the most important things, and the performance, it's also important, but not that important as the other two.
For me, the three of them should be as important as each other.
30% each, 33% each. No, I think the performance is way too much, in my opinion. But well,
but that's for me because
it's just a way.
But that's just a way because the public will vote probably based on the song. Probably 80% the public is voting on the song, on the quality of the song, or if they like it or not, basically. But that's the song.
Anyway, that's what we think.
That's our solution. If you have any ideas, please comment below.
Let us know if you have identified other problems, if you want to share any other interesting things between the jury votes or...
So if you want to send a letter to the EBU complaining and proposing new systems, please do. We'll pressure on that. And I think that's it all. So please share, like, subscribe, and see you on our social media.
Yeah.
And see you in the next video.
See you around. Bye.
Bye.